Crunk ain't dead, Crunk ain't dead, Crunk ain't dead. Hey y'all, it's your girl Kaya Ray back with another video today. And yes, I know it's been a minute since I did a sit down video, but it's okay because I'm back and I'm better. And am I doing wrong? Like, this is the first time I'm doing a sit down video. Am I doing wrong? Like, so yeah, I'm excited to go ahead and start this off. Start being able to actually sit down and talk with you guys and interact more rather than just doing vlogs all the time. So I'm excited for this new step and this new journey type of thing. But yeah, so yeah, let's cut all the small talk and get straight into the video. So today I'll basically be doing tips slash things you should know when starting on YouTube, or like if you want to start a YouTube. Okay, so 2 disclaimers. This is not in any particular order, and another disclaimer is, as y'all see, your girl is only at 200, like right under 300 subscribers. So I'm still a very small YouTuber, and that's okay because we growing and we moving up in the world. But I just want to say these are the things that I've learned so far, and I'm just giving y'all the game, because if I know it, y'all gonna know it too, period. But yeah, these are the things I know so far since I have 200 subscribers. Now, as I get bigger and older, then of course things may change, or things may be different, and of course I'm gonna give it to y'all. So this is just what I've learned so far, and me being under 300 subscribers. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and like I said, these aren't in any particular order. So the first one that I have down is to, like, make sure you have everything in order and make sure you're prepared. So that includes things like the intro, the outro, and the banner. The intro is what goes in the beginning of your videos, and that's kind of like the first thing people see when they watch your videos, okay? So it's kind of like, think of it as like a TV show. Most TV shows have like an intro song and an intro clip introducing all the characters, their real name, and what role they may be playing, and that type of thing. You kind of want to treat it as that. And your intro, it may include cute little pictures and videos showing who you are, maybe showing your personality, and of course it has all your socials and things like, comment, and subscribe, of that nature. Now the outro is literally the exact same thing, but they probably will add thanks for watching or that type of thing. Now with the banner, it includes what people see when they click on your channel, and your banner of course includes like pictures, all your socials, and maybe your niche. So it may have vlogs, lifestyle, beauty, fashion, that type of thing. And the next thing that goes with being prepared is having your channel name. When choosing your channel name, you want to be creative as possible, and you want to make sure that nobody else has that name that you're choosing, because you don't want to copy off nobody else. You want to be original, be who you are, yeah, or whatever she said. So with my name, Kaya is obviously my first name, and then Ray is short and half of my middle name. So Kaya Ray. I kind of wanted something that flowed, that was kind of like the same names as my social media accounts. So when people see me, they say, oh, that's Kaya Ray. Or you watch Kaya Ray. Like, you kind of want something that flows. Also with the name, you want to think long term. So for instance, like the Ace family, they eventually turned that into their brand. You want your name to be your brand. So they made clothing line. I know they made like a video game out of it. You want that type of thing when you're thinking of your name. Now, names are probably the hardest part, because you want to be different and creative, and you want something that no one else has. So this may take a while. It's probably one of the hardest things you come up with on this process. The next thing that I have down, which kind of flows after being prepared, is equipment. When starting off, you do not need an expensive camera, a ring light, a studio. Because what if this is not something that you eventually want to do? So now you done bought all this stuff, and you may not even want to continue doing YouTube. I know when I first started off, I literally recorded with my iPhone, set it up on top of books, and I used a light that was in my room. Like, I didn't have a ring light, I didn't have a camera, I didn't have a tripod, I didn't have nothing. But it was, of course, I was just starting off, like, you know. Now, honestly, what really made me transition from iPhone to camera was the quality. Even though iPhone has really good quality, I know what I was looking for and what I wanted to continue to do was going to be best with the camera. Also, another thing with iPhones is storage. Eventually you may run out of storage and you're going to need more. iPhones can only do so much, and Apple really be tripping and be scamming, so you kind of want like a external hard drive type of thing. And with cameras, you can easily just stick like the USB or the SD card into your computer and go ahead and edit it. You can also transfer your videos and things like that from your camera to your phone. But of course, I'll save that for another video and we'll get more into that later. The next thing I have, and this is more of a tip, is thumbnails matter. Like, you want to make sure you have a bomb thumbnail, because if your thumbnail is trash, people are going to assume that your content and that video is trash as well, and you don't want people to think that. So with your thumbnail, you may want to add like about 5 to 7 pictures from your video and include that in your thumbnail, so people kind of get an idea of what they're getting into and what they're about to watch. And then of course it may have some words, maybe things similar to the title as well on that thumbnail. The next thing I want to say, and it's kind of a tip, is that you want to use YouTube as like a search engine. Like, for instance, a lot of my videos and vlogs include the word Alabama State University vlogs. A lot of my college vlogs include that, because let's say someone is interested in attending Alabama State, those are the keywords and the main words that they're going to use when they look up and they type in to YouTube. So with that kind of being said, you want to title your videos to where they're easily searchable. I hope that kind of makes sense. Okay, the next thing I have to say, and this kind of grinds my gears, but of course most people don't know, so if you don't know, now you know. That was so dirty. But the next thing I want to say is, y'all, do not make your first video a Q&A. Especially like if you don't have that many followers on other platforms, or if you don't already have a big platform. That's like a big no-no / red flag. Because like I kind of said earlier, people aren't going to type in Q&A by whoop-de-whoop. Like, only people that are probably going to watch it are like your family or friends. And of course, your goal is to reach out to others. They're not going to really want to worry about or look up a Q&A that you have done. Now, let's say if you're like an artist or you're like TikTok famous or something, and you then do a Q&A, you're probably going to have a high amount of followers. So that would be pretty smart, because, you know, people nosy and they want to see what's going on with your life, like, especially the shade room. So in that instance, then you could probably get away with a Q&A. Another video that I would highly suggest not to make your first video is your intro video. I have seen this and I don't know why people do this, but don't post your intro video as your first video. First of all, it's going to be like under 10 seconds, and eventually you're not even going to get paid for that, because your video has to be a certain amount of length. But we'll get into that later. But people are already going to view and see your intro when you post all your other videos, because of course that's what you're going to add in every single one of your videos in the beginning. So don't make a separate video that's only like 10 seconds that people are already going to watch essentially. So it's like, yeah, I don't know why people do that, but that's the no. Q&As and that type of thing, you kind of just want to save that for when you have a loyal and high following. Okay, the next thing I want to say is copyright. Okay, this is probably one of like the hardest and like nitpickiest things YouTube has. So with music that isn't yours, or that is like, I want to say mainstream music, even then there's other music that goes into it and other sounds, but you don't want to use mainstream music, basically, is what I'm trying to get at. So a little baby song as the background of your videos, a Brent Fire song as your intro, they're not gonna let that slide. They're gonna like block it in other countries, and then eventually, let's say your following gets up, you're not gonna get paid for that video because it's copyrighted and you have that song. So yeah. But let's say like you have a video like this where you're doing a sit down video and you kind of want music in the background, or like you have a vlog and you want music playing in the background as well. You want to use things like epidemic sound, and if you simply type in copyright-free music, or let's say for instance Lil Durk type beat, then those will be copyright free music that you're able to use and not get flagged for. Now that is probably one of the biggest things and biggest takeaways you could probably take from this video. Okay, the next thing I want to say is to post quality content. So like if you're posting just to post and you're not really putting any time and effort, then that's going to reflect in your views and your likes and your comments, and of course in your sub count. Some things actually need quality time and quality care, and this will be one of it. It's kind of like a plant. Like if you don't water it and you don't give it sunlight, it's not going to grow and nothing's going to happen. So with your channel, when you're posting and taking your time with certain things, it's going to show, and eventually and hopefully you will grow from that takeaway. And that also feeds into my next thing, which is being consistent. Okay, like I said, you don't want to post just to post, but you also don't want to post and then months later post again, because then they're going to be like, where did she go? Oh, she's not taking this serious. And then of course you're not going to have a consistent amount of loyal followers and subscribers because you're not consistent. So like I said, just be consistent, because eventually that will show in your work. Even though times make it hard, you just want to be consistent to show that you're not giving up. And if this is really something that you would want to do and that you want to continue with, then of course you will want to be consistent. And the next thing, which is kind of getting closer to the one of the end and most important things, is to just do it. Like no one's going to know who you are if you don't post. So just like do it. Like what's stopping you? I'm gonna say no one should be stopping you. Nothing should be stopping you. There's no excuse. Equipment shouldn't even be the thing of you stopping you. Content shouldn't even be a thing, because it's easy to record a vlog and post it. It's easy to do a sit down quality content video like this from your room and post it. Okay, so I would just say stop overthinking and have fun with it. Everything won't be perfect, and you can't do anything else but grow and learn from the simple things that you do. And the last thing, and I would say this is the most important thing within starting a YouTube and having a YouTube in general, is you want to be yourself. I don't mean to bash you, want to talk down. A lot of these higher YouTubers and bigger YouTubers have identity issues. Like they put on this fake front of what they want people to see, what people expect them to be like, knowing that's not really them. I would personally say just be yourself, be genuine, and you will have genuine followers, genuine subscribers, because you're genuine and that shows in your videos. You don't always have to go with the trend or what everyone else is doing, because every trend and everything that's blowing up at the moment isn't always what's best for you. You will eventually have those followers who like you because you're you and you're different and you're not doing what everyone else is doing. And overall, that's just with life in general. Like, it's social media. Social media can put on a fake front and a bad image for a lot of things, which is one thing I hate about this generation. But I would just say stay true to yourself and continue to grow. And if you don't try it, then you won't learn from your mistakes. So that's all I have for this video. I really hope you all were able to take many things away from this video. If you learned a lot, go ahead and like this, go ahead, comment, do what you gotta do or whatever. So once again, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys soon.